Okay, we're here today. We are doing Saxon Algebra 2, Lesson 77. All right, so this is going to be Lesson 77. All right, Lesson 77 deals with advanced radical equations. All right, so I'm going to give you an equation here. Let's see, we're going to start with x minus 1, square root of x minus 1 equals 4. Okay, remember that we're looking to solve for x. As we're going to solve for x, we need to get x by itself. Right now, x is underneath a radican sign, so we've got to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that by squaring both sides. All right, so when I square this first side over here, that gets rid of the radical for me. So I'm going to have x minus 1 equals 16. All right, solving for x, I'm going to come down that x equals 17. I can take and plug that in over here and say square root of 17 minus 1 equals 4. Square root of 16 equals 4, and it does indeed. All right, so we're going to make sure you get your answer, plug it back into the beginning. All right, so as we are solving these radicals, we do that by raising both sides as needed to eliminate the radical. All right, so here this was a square root, therefore I squared it. If you have a cubed root, you want to cube it. If you have a fourth root, you want to raise it to the fourth power. Okay, so here I want to give you one and have you turn off the video and try this yourself and then come back on and finish watching. All right, we're going to do a cubed root. The cubed root of x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4 minus x minus 2 equals 0. Okay, so you're going to need to take these two items here and move them to the other side. Okay, and then you're going to want to cube both sides. Why don't you give it a try on your own and then turn the video back on. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you did that. So what I would do is I would wind up, I'm going to move those things. So here I have the cubed root of x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4 equals x minus 2. And now I'm going to cube both of those. Okay. All right, so as I do that, then over here, my radical sign is going to go away. I have my x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4 equals, and now this is going to be x minus 2, x minus 2, x minus 2. And I'm going to need to FOIL two of them. I'll get a trinomial, and then I'll multiply that by the third one. All right, so over here, I'm still going to have this x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4, all right, equals x squared plus 4x plus 4 times x minus 2. All right, so now as I FOIL that in, that's going to bring me over here on this side. I'll have x cubed plus 4x squared plus 4x. Right there, I've taken each of these terms up here and multiplied them by x. Now I'm going to go through and multiply each of them by 2. So I'll get 2x squared. All right. Oh, and this right here. I'm just realizing this is a negative 2, so when it came over, it should have come over as a positive 2. So this should be positive 2, positive 2, positive 2, and this is positive 2. Watch those negative signs. They'll get you every time. Okay, so this right here is going to be 2x squared, and then we're going to have plus 8x, and then plus 8. All right, now what I'm going to do is take and combine like terms and get my x's all on one side and my single numbers on the other side. And when I do that, I'm going to get that 12x equals negative 12. So x equals negative 1. All right, that's what you should have come to. And if you take and you plug the negative 1 in there, you're going to find that it works. All right, remember I had a cubed root of negative 1 cubed plus 6 times negative 1 squared minus 4, all that's under that radical, minus negative 1 minus 2 equals 0. Okay, when I cube this negative 1, I still get a negative 1. All right, the 6 times the negative 1 squared is going to be plus 6, and then I've got the minus 4, and we're taking a cubed root of all of that. Okay, so and over here the negative gives me a positive, so I have plus 1 and minus 2 equals 0. Okay, combine the 6 with the negative 4 and the negative 1, I have the cubed root of 1 plus 1 minus 2 equals 0. So this is going to be 1 plus 1 minus 2 equals 0, which is true. All right, okay, let's switch it up just a little bit. All right, so here I'm going to have the square root of k minus 5 minus the square root of k plus 1 equals 0. All right, so now I have two radical signs. I can't deal with both of them at the same time, so what I'm going to do is move these items over here, and then I'll do just like I did before and square everything. All right, so over here we're going to have the square root of k minus 5 equals the square root of k minus 1. All right, we're going to square both sides. All right, and when we do that, over here we get k minus 5. Okay, and think about it over here. We're going to have k, this root k minus 1 times root k minus 1. All right, so that's going to give us k squared minus 2 root k plus 1. Okay, so let's move things around. We're going to bring this 2 root k over here. All right, we're going to get that over here. Oh, this right here, this k should not be squared. Sorry, guys. All right, so then when this k comes from the left and moves to the right, that's going to cancel the k's out. The 5 is going to come over as a positive, so I'm going to get that 2 root k equals 6. All right, so now we're going to divide both sides by 2. We will have that root k equals 3. So now let's square both sides. And we're going to get that k equals 9. All right, and if you plug that in, you'll see that you have the correct answer. Okay, so I'm going to give you one to do on your own. This is going to be root m minus 12 minus root m plus 2 equals 0. Okay, so turn off the video, do this for yourself, and then come back and check it with me. Okay, assuming that you did that, I've got root m minus 12 equals root m minus 2. Okay, all right, let's take and let's square both sides. And that's going to give us m minus 12 equals m minus 4 root m plus 4. All right, and remember that's root m minus 2 times root, oh no, I keep doing that, root m minus 2. Okay, remember we're foiling those. Okay, so let's move some things around. Let's bring this 4 root m over here. We'll move that other m over, and those two will cancel. We'll move the 12 over. It will become positive, and the 12 and the 4 will give us 16. All right, we're going to divide both sides by this 4 to get rid of that. And we're going to have that root m equals 4. We're going to square both sides. And we're going to say now that m equals 16. And you can plug that in. Alrighty, I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to give me a holler.